EA Sports. Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Titletown, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the Kentucky Wildcats taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tee it up. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The back goes in motion. Looking to pass. It's Milroe.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They've always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Quarterback on the keeper. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Really, really nice football play. Man, I got to understand option football. I got to play my responsibility, make sure that I know what I'm doing. Look at the linebacker. Great job doing that. Staying patient, getting to the quarterback, making the big tackle.
Movement here from the tight end. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Going for it all. Ball in the air, intercepted. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And on this opening drive, the offense trying to be aggressive, attacking deep down the field, but they're going to have to do a better job of taking advantage of those one-on-one matchups because that time the defense won. They were able to high point the football, creating the interception.
They'll go to the ground. They start the afternoon with a run, and it goes nowhere.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Makes the grab outside. It's Brown. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Kentucky right back to the line. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender.
Hard to imagine this is only their first drive of the game, but their defense was on the field for virtually an entire quarter. So, guys, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here to convert this 3rd down so their defense can stay on the sideline and get their win back.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Wants to throw. It's Vandergrift. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hogs on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed, with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Got it behind the line. It's Haynes. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. He'll try the left side. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bama! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
To the air, it's Vandergrift. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give them a first down. Kentucky going quickly. They'll try the run. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. He's looking to throw it. Now improvising. Now he'll throw back into the middle. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
I feel like the defense right now is living rent-free in this QB's head. Of course, they picked him off the last drive. They almost picked him off right there. This defense doing a nice job mixing up their looks, and they're completely confusing.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
He makes a catch. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll run it from the gun. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
The sure hands, it's Brown. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the first half. Back to pass, it's Vandergrift. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Can the D deny them on second and goal? He's looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Snags it. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the one on fourth down. The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense. Looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And he made the extra point without problem. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes that Alabama offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now...
Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Takes it the other way. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Wildcats.
This is a defense that prides themselves on getting turnovers, and it starts with the pass rush. It was the hit on the quarterback that forced the throw to not be as accurate as the QB would have liked. Nice job in the back end, securing the interception, and then taking it the distance.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues.
Oh, look out. There he goes. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
And I'd like to see the receivers do a better job fighting to get open on that scramble play. The quarterback's flushed out. He's working to his left. You now need to break the route off. You got to run with him. Someone's got to go down the boundary. Someone's got to come back to the quarterback and give him a place to go with the ball.
Quarterback now breaking the field. It's complete. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big... Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Well, the defense is going to have to find an answer for this tight end down in the end zone. You cannot allow that guy that much space.
And the extra point gives them the lead of 14-13. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. They're just about ready to kick it away. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just enough time for one final play of the half. He'll come out throwing on first down. He tries to take the top off. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Wants to throw on first down. Forced out of the pocket. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab. It's key. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Setting up the screen. After the filthy move, he's got room. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple of carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Unleashes to the end zone. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Works his way for 3 and gets him out to the 5-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Rides to the back. Pushes forward for a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 8. You've got a 3rd and manageable, back up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. To the air, it's Milroe. Fires to the tight end. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
Try to get it on the ground. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter.
Kentucky, 13.
First down to start the drive after the break. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All 3rd downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense with as much time as possible to have a chance to win this game.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. This 3rd down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Alabama.
2nd down coming up. Fast motion from the offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Makes the grab. It's Williams.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Fourth down, gotta have it here. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Bought a little time, lets it go. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. The offense set for a 1st down play. He's gonna pass. Got it set up on the outside. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the 1st down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Looking to throw, it's Vandergriff. Good timing on the quick out. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
It's hard to run a route or get lost near the sidelines and understand exactly where you're at. Nice job understanding I'm starting to get close to the sidelines, throttling down a little bit, catching the football and making sure I was in bounds.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Get it out on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. He wants to throw it again. Quarterback moving. He'll throw one to his right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
This is a huge play call now for the offensive coordinator. 2-minute situation, down in the game, 4th quarter, 4th down. What can you dial up here to keep this drive alive and keep your chances alive of winning this game?
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The completion well past the sticks. Great job in this 2-minute drill as he gets out of bounds, keeping the clock on their side as they're trying to pull it out. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. The give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Kentucky.
Really good execution by this offense late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up, it's what you dream about, but now my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Looking downfield, it's Vandergriff. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover?
The 2-point attempt is no good. That keeps the score Kentucky
They'll need to be very sound here. Limit this return and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. Here comes that Alabama offense. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Wide out in motion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Dances away to buy time. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's the 4th quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. He'll turn it loose out to the right. Got it! Touchdown, Alabama! And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
I think
So, I left!